One of my favorite clients to work with, not only because she has a really beautiful accent, but because she really shows up over the years for her own personal growth. Something she asked me the other day was, Danielle, how do we really build our self-esteem? And I realized to myself that it's obviously a work in progress. It's something that we're always working towards and building. But it always comes from self. We're always going to be the ones to strengthen our esteem, and everything outside of ourselves basically is just going to be reminders. I told her that the best thing to be able to strengthen one's self-esteem is to create a new relationship with ourselves. We have to be the ones to see our own goodness. We have to be the ones to really cheer ourselves on when we're feeling low, and we need to be able to reward ourselves and acknowledge ourselves when we do accomplish good things. So I went on to let her know that it's really important for us to have a good inner dialogue, especially when you're looking in the mirror, because our reflection is important, and how we perceive and see ourselves is going to be how the world relates to us. So another thing that we can really focus on is really nurturing ourselves with that inner dialogue, that self-talk. We really have to be patient and gentle with ourselves, especially when we do slip into darkness, when we do go into lower states of consciousness, ignorance. We need to be able to see ourselves outside of our pain body, no longer identifying with those lower states of being or thinking. That's when we can basically evolve outside of those limitations. So I really realized that self-esteem is our own job that we have to fulfill on a daily basis. Like I said, no other person, place, or thing or experience is going to do that for us just on a very, surface level. The deep work comes from within. It comes from picking up our inner child after we've been wounded. It's from asking ourselves the difficult questions of why we keep enabling certain dynamics that are painful in relationships or with our own self. We have to be able to look at ourselves in transparency and not judge ourselves to create more of a wounding. Another point I made to her was that self-esteem really starts to come of its own accord when we no longer approach our world or perceive our existence as something that is detrimental for our own growth. So we're no longer approaching our experience of this world through victimhood. We're acknowledging that every single person, place, thing, circumstance, experience is designed to allow us to expand. We don't take things personally, and we allow ourselves to grow.